So very good afternoon to all of you. So at present we have in our class Astha, Ankit, Ishpreet Singh, Kushal, Naveen, Pritam, Sambhav, Samriddhi, Sanya, Shahid, Shreya and Tushar. So Jamima also has joined. So let us start the class. So let me just share with you the course plan where we stand. So here we are. So today is our fourth class. Yesterday we just devoted some time towards the lifting and piercing of corporate veil. I hope you have all understood about what is corporate veil and how it is lifted and why it is lifted and what are the circumstances which are provided by the statute and which are provided by the judicial precedents for lifting and piercing of the corporate veil itself. So today we will be going with the formation of the company. See, formation of the company is a long process. That's why I have covered two classes in it. Formation of the companies, and along with the formation, in the formation of the company, there will be some portion of memorandum and articles of association. So these three lectures will go hand in hand. We will cover all these things in three lectures. And today we will be starting with the formation of the company itself, that how the companies are formed and how we deal with the companies as such. So now I'm taking to the presentation of uh, what I have prepared for you regarding the formation of the company and onwards. Yeah. So this is about the capital financing which we will be studying, and after doing the types of the companies, that is after the 8th class or so. So let me take you to, you can see while I'm scrolling the PowerPoint presentation, that is comprised of various things. So let us just go with the formation of the incorporation and formation of the companies itself. So formation of a company, as I have told you, company is an artificial person. So what do you mean by formation of a company? Formation of a company is nothing but when the company is taking birth. So the time when the company gets the registration of a certificate of registration of the company, that is the happy birthday for the company. So that day is the birthday of the company, when the company or when the promoters get the the certificate of incorporation or certificate of registration of the company. So actually, when you get the certificate of registration of the company, you say it's a happy birthday to the company. But when the child birth is there, then we get the registration or the certificate of registration for that company, for the child itself. So here the inverse happens. The child take birth and he is registered as a registered child, or you can say we get the birth certificate. And converse is there in case of company. When you get the birth certificate, that is the registration certificate or the incorporation certificate from the registrar of companies, that day you consider as the birthday of the company itself. So how to reach that stage of getting the certificate of registration is one of the you can say the requirement for the process of the formation of the company. So incorporation of a formation of a company, the company comes into existence only by the process which is referred to as incorporation. Once a company has been legally incorporated, it becomes the distinct entity from those who invest their capital and labor to run the company. So as we know that company is having its distinct entity. The entity of the company is distinct from its members. The entity of the company is separate from those who have invested their capital and labor to run the company. So it stands distinct with it, and law has provided this entity to the company to be separate from those who are actually running it. So usually the first step to form the company in the process is known as promotion. So when this company comes into existence, there is a process, because what the thing is, first a person must have an idea. When the company comes into process, then the process start with with starting a business. For example, a person who is selling tea outside Manipal University, Jaipur, may think of forming a company because his tea stall is running very good. He may think of expanding that this tea stall to entire Jaipur. He may be having such plans in which he may be needing very huge capital also, and a large number of people also who can actually collaborate with him in order to earn the profit out of this. So they all can join hands together. But first, the thing, first thing which happens over here is the inculcation of the idea in the mind of the promoter of the company, and the promotion stage starts with the idea which comes in the mind of a person that okay, I want to open a company. So where promotion, where a person persuades others to contribute the capital to proposed company before it is incorporated. So what that chai wala will do, that chai wala will tell others also, those whom he really finds that this business is lucrative, this business is good. Somebody might have approached him, okay, why do not you open a branch? Why don't you give us your franchisee? Your tea is so good that every professor, every student, and all in the Manipal University Jaipur just drink that tea on that thadi. So why don't you give us the franchisee? We will open this 30 on the other gate of the university or something like that. So he may approach to all of them. Okay, now I have thought of expanding my business. I will give you the recipe of my tea, and you put the tea stall and give me something also. Whatever a portion of the profit, whatever you will earn, you give me a share in that. So he has now started expanding. He has not thought of doing the things. Now he has started approaching the people that in order to establish one more thing, I need some more capital. So if you want to be a partner, please give me some money also, and give me some of your efforts also, so that we both of us can actually go with the stall which we can put, and then we can proceed further for earning the money. So such person who has actually proposed the idea is called a promoter. So promoter can enter into a contract on the behalf of the company before or after it has been granted a certificate of incorporation, and arrange the share issue in the name of the company itself. Now what? The company at present is not in existence, but on the behalf of the proposed company, this promoter may approach others also to just give their contribution for the proposed company which is to be formed. Now let us just see this something given in section 3 to 22, which here in after called the Act, that is the Companies Act 2013. Read with the Companies Incorporation Rules 2014 made under Chapter 2 of the Act, wherein hereinafter called Rules, means the Act and the rules. We will call this Act and the rules. Cover the provisions with regard to incorporation of the companies and matters incidental thereto. So there are two things which go hand in hand: Section 3 to Section 2 of the Companies Act, and Chapter 2 of the Act, under which the rules, the Companies Incorporation Rules 2014, have separately been formed. So these all provisions comprise of certain things which we will be studying, which actually tells you that how a company, what are the steps of incorporation of a company, how the company, these all will proceed further with. Okay, so formation of the company in terms of Section 3 of the Companies may be formed for any lawful purpose by 7 or more persons, where the company to be formed is to be public company, 2 or more persons where a company is formed to be a private company, and 1 person where a company is formed to be a one person company. That is to say, a private company by subscribing their names or their name to a memorandum and complying with the requirement of the Act in respect to the registration. Now what the thing is, so this is done by subscribing to their names or his name to memorandum and complying with the requirement of the Act in respect of the registration. A company formed under subsection 1 may either be a company limited by shares, a company, or a company limited by guarantee, or a unlimited company. Now let me explain you the provisions of section 3.1. Now the section 3.1 says that it actually is, you can say, telling you or binding you that what is the minimum requirement of people to be present in order to form these three types of companies. So what are these three types of companies? Three types of companies are public company, private company, and one-man company. So there are the three types of companies which can be formed. So in order to form a public limited company, you need 7 people. In order to form a private company, you need 2 or more people. And in order to form one-person company, only one person is needed. So these all people, those who are needed, what they have to do? They have to subscribe to the memorandum of the association of the company as their promoters. So initially, for starting the process of the formation of the company, one must have these things. These are the requirements. So if the type of company which you want to form is one of these three, and then you can proceed further. Now the company which is under formed under subsection 1, that is a company which is either a public limited or a private limited company, which is given under subsection 1, can either be a company limited by shares, can be a company limited by guarantee, or even it can be unlimited company. Now seeing to this unlimited company, you might be having something in might be having something in your mind that a company is having a limited liability. So what the hell is this unlimited company? You might be wondering. So unlimited company is a company in which of course, the liability of the people subscribing to the memorandum and the shareholders of the company, the liability of the shareholders of the company will be unlimited. Means there will be no limit to it. It means it will be as good as that of the partnership. So this is the most unadvantageous company, but there are some people, those who actually form the unlimited company in order to gain the trust of others, so that others also trusting them may get the growth. Or even sometimes the company's liability is declared unlimited because the company may be found fraudulent or something like that. Or if you remember, yesterday we talked about lifting and piercing of corporate veil. So when lifting and piercing of corporate veil happens, then the liability of the company becomes unlimited. Why? Because the people behind the veil are made personally responsible for the acts they are doing on the behalf of the company or behind the veil of the company itself. So these are the things to be remembered, that what public limited company is formed with 7 or more persons, private limited company is formed by 2 or more person, and 1 person company OPC can be formed by 1 person, provided that person actually complies the requirement of the company in respect of the registration. So this is the first most requirement, that there must be adequate number of promoters in order to promote a company as a first stage of the formation of the company. Yeah, any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Fine. So should I proceed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let us talk
Sir,
more. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me.
so can you name any company that consciously formed to be unlimited company?
See what happens when the trusts are formed in the form of a company. Trust can also be formed in the form of a company. They are sometimes be unlimited, because I have already told you, in order to gain the trust of the others, sometimes the company is formed in such a way, or sometimes the companies are you can say for the public purpose. So people form the company initially from the point of view of unlimited. Normally speaking, companies are not formed as unlimited. They become
So that's
unlimited.
my point. That's why I asked if you have any example.
Yeah, example as such I do not know, because normally companies are not formed as such, but they become unlimited just because of the operation of the law. Operation of the law is just because I've told you that lifting and piercing of corporate veil happens, something like that happens, then they just become like that. Okay, so
Yes,
normally
sir.
companies do not form, because who will say ah bell na mujhe maar, right? So companies are actually formed for the purpose of having a limited liability. Na? So normally companies are not formed for this. But whenever formation is there for this, definitely it is not, then otherwise they would have formed it in some other way. Okay. But there are one or two examples where the companies of unlimited liability are also there. I will give you. I will get back to you on this. But till now, till in my practice also as a company secretary, I have not found any company which has been formed initially as a unlimited liability company. I have not seen that. But yeah, if there are any, I will find out and get back to you on this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Any other doubt? Any other doubt to anyone else? Samriddhi has asked a very good question. Yeah. So proceeding further now. So 1% company. So 1% company is actually was not there before, and with the implementation of Companies Act 2013 only, a single person company could be constituted, and this is called OPC. OPC, the concept has been borrowed from Singapore. Singapore used to have a 1% company with a with a limited liability. At present in India, prior to this 2013 Act, we didn't had any concept of having this OPC or 1% company. This has come only after 2013, and had there been OPCs, they have been a sole proprietorship, which was normally registered as a sole proprietor, and you can do the business as such over there too. Right. So there are more formalities in a company. There are more things which are more focus of law on the company itself. But still, if somebody wants to prepare a company under the Companies Act 2013, he or she can do so by opting for the OPC, that is 1% company. The introduction of OPC in the legal system is a move that would encourage the incorporation of micro business and entrepreneurship. This is one of the reasons that why these companies have come into existence, because people in India, they are more in the rural areas, and they are sometimes, if you want to start a business, you might be afraid of, afraid of that. Okay, if I start the business, what will happen if loss will occur? Oh, my entire house and my entire property will go away. So in order to promote those people that, okay, you will be having a limited liability, don't worry, we are with you. The government has proposed for the OPC from 2013 and onwards. So this is actually in order to promote the micro businesses and the entrepreneurship. So as per section 262 of the Companies Act 2013, 1% company means a company which has only one person as a member. The memorandum of OPC is required to indicate the name of other person with his prior written consent in the prescribed form, who shall, in the event of the subscriber's death or his incapacity to contract, become the member of the company, and written consent of such person will be filed with the registrar at the time of incorporation of 1% company along with its memorandum and articles. So 1% company is actually truly 1%, but another person's name is also needed in the memorandum of association of company as a subscriber only in case of death or incapacity of the main person who is actually forming the company. So it is just like giving the name as a nominee. So when we open a bank account, we just give a name of a nominee also, that who will be the nominee of the company in case of the death of a person who is actually holding the account. In the same way, there is one person more which is required in order to be with this one person who is going to open the company as a 1% company, just like as his nominee. So he has to give his name and his consent also, that I will be responsible for each and everything after the death of or incapacity of the company, right? So that the written consent is also needed in that case for that additional person who is going to be the subscriber to the memorandum in the articles of the company at the time of its formation. So further, such nomination shall be filled in form number INC2. So please note down, if you want to form a 1% company, what are the forms which will be used? Form is INC is incorporation. So INC2 along with the consent of the nominee, which is to be taken in INC3. So in order to form a company, you have to file INC2 and INC3. Okay, and the fee provided in the company as per the company's registration office and the fees rules 2000 14. The member of one-person company may at any time change the name of such other person by giving a notice, change the name of the person nominated by him at the time for any reason, including in the case of death or incapacity to contract of the nominee, and nominate another person after obtaining the prior consent of such person in form number INC 3. So INC 3 is a form which is to be filled by the nominee. The written consent is to be taken from the nominee. But at the same time, the main person who has actually formed the company can also remove him. Okay, and include some other person also. So he can actually remove him and take the consent of some other person. So again, he has to take consent in form number INC 3 and deposit it with the ROC and can replace the previously filed form INC 3 at the time of incorporation. So Rule 3 of the Companies Incorporation Rules 2014 deals with one-person company. Now here there is an assignment for you that you have to describe the process of formation of one-person company step by step with details taking the same from the Companies Incorporation Rules 2014 also. You also are required to know the fees which is to be paid under the company's registration and offices and fees rules 2014. So your presentation must comprise of number one, the complete procedure. Number two, the forms which are to be used in information of one-person company. Third, the rules and regulations which is related to the rule 3, which is related to the incorporation of a one-person company. And fourth, the fee and charges which are required to be filed to the ROC for the purpose of incorporation of a company. So these 4 points, covering these 4 points, you have to prepare a detailed, or you can say, process of formation of one person. It is not only regarding one-person company. You have to give me the complete chart, and this should not exceed 1 page. In 1 page, you have to prepare the chart also and giving the details. And that's in the same chart. I would like to see how beautifully you do it using your computer, and how beautifully you do it in order to learn the process of formation of one-person company.
So
You
can you
know why
repeat
I'm
it
doing
once
this?
more?
Sorry,
Can you repeat it once more?
why
The
not?
what all we have to
Beta,
write
I
about.
even I will give you in writing also. When I will be ending the class, I will put it in the homework in the chat box itself. Or you
Yes.
want to put it now, I will put it now, no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so that will be good. It will be clear to all of you.
Yes.
So homework. Prepare a chart showing the details about the incorporation of one-person company, covering the provisions of Companies Act 2013 regarding number one, the legal requirement given relevant section, to the rules, the companies rules for incorporation 14 the fees and payments required to be filed, and third is the fee and requirement. Third, fees and requirements. Second is this. First is this, and is the forms to be used. लो, ठीक है जी, देखो अब आप. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
So one more thing, sir.
Ah.
Can I submit this as a PPT? Will that be fine, sir?
Oh, why not? Definitely. No problem. Or either you actually, what the thing is, if you want, then everyone should submit the PPT only. So let us prepare it in a PPT only. Everyone, please submit. Please submit a PPT. Okay. Fine.
Okay, sir.
So when is it due?
Your choice. Maybe next week or so.
Okay, Monday.
Monday. So whatever assignment I will give you in the entire week, you submit it on Monday. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Right.
So you said आपको एक पेज में चाहिए.
Submit it by on Sunday by 12 o'clock at night. Monday we will not come, will not spend time on submissions. We will just discuss the things what you have submitted. Got it?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please tell me.
सर आप कह रहे थे एक पेज जो बनाना है.
क्या चीज?
आपने फर्स्ट कहा था कि ये सारा मुझे एक पेज में चाहिए.
हाँ, वन पेज और
पीपीटी का भी एक ही पेज में चाहिए आपको.
हाँ, एक स्लाइड बना दो ना, बहुत है ना.
Okay,
नो इट डिपेंड्स. आप चाहो तो एक पीपीटी बना दो, आप चाहो तो 4 बना दो. आपको जैसे अच्छा लगे, जैसे प्रेजेंटेबल आप बना दो. मतलब प्रेजेंटेबल होना चाहिए. वुड दैट बी ओके? शुभम, आप
इसको डिटेल में समझा दो, इसको समझ नहीं आता.
बेटा आप एक ही पीपीटी बना दो. उसको जो है आप इस तरह से बनाना कि वो थोड़ा एनिमेशन वगैरह डाल देना उसमें, ताकि धीरे धीरे समझ में आ जाए.
ओके.
ठीक है शुभम?
यस सर.
या लक्ष्य, यू आर सेइंग समथिंग?
नथिंग सर मैं बोल रहा था उसे डिटेल में समझाओ. वो थोड़ा अमेजिंग बच्चा है, उसे समझ नहीं आती सर.
यार तुम उसके बिहाफ पे मत बोलो भाई. अब जिसको समझ नहीं आती वो अपने आप बोल लेगा. तुम बताओ, तुम्हें क्या नहीं समझ आ रहा है ये बताओ.
सर मुझे तो आ गया समझ सर.
बस अपना काम हो गया यार. बाकी सब लोग समझदार हैं अपने आप ही, है ना बेटा?
नहीं सर, ऐसा नहीं चलता सर. हम ऐसे नहीं है कि अपना काम बनता भाड़ में जाए जनता. सर हम सबकी सोचते हैं.
नहीं भैया, तुम नेता हो फिर यार, है ना? तो क्लास के इलेक्शन लड़ लेते यार.
सर कोशिश करी थी मैंने.
तो फिर अभी तो फिर तुम अच्छे नेता नहीं हो, इसका मतलब यार.
अरे सर क्लास के बच्चे ही अच्छे नहीं है
यार ये तो तुमने गड़बड़ कर दी बोल के, वो भी पब्लिकली. फिर तो तुम अच्छे नेता भी नहीं हुए.
अरे सर मैं डरता नहीं ना पब्लिकली. कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है सर.
बेटा नेता तो नेता होते हैं.
ठीक है, सब समझ गए.
सब समझ गए, इसका मतलब सब समझ गए. चलो अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. इस बारे में अपन पर्सनली बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है लक्ष्य?
ओके सर. ओके.
Right. Fine. So there are procedural aspects regard to the incorporation. This is a general procedure regarding incorporation of any of the companies, which may be tweaked to some extent to the various types of companies, but the main process will be same. So let us proceed further with that. So first of all, the first most thing is the application of the availability of the name of the company. So first of all, you are having an idea that you have inculcated the idea in your mind that I will form a company. Now you need to have to see whether the name by which you want to incorporate a company is available on the domain or not. So as per section 4, the person may make an application in such a form and manner as accompanied by such a fee as may be prescribed to register for the reservation of the name set out in the application, as the name of the proposed company, the name to which the company proposes to change its name. For example, a company is is existing with some other name and you want to change the name of the company itself, then again you have to go for the applicability of name. So the existing company's name will be vanished and the company will be bounded and a new company will be formed. So the process is same. Even if you want to change the name of the company, it is same as that of as if you are taking the name of the company for the first time. So as per Rule 9 of the Companies Incorporation Rules 2014, an application for reservation of such name shall be made in Form INC1. You might be thinking that sir has started from the Form INC2 and then INC3 he has come. What is in INC1? So INC1 is actually regarding the name of the company. So you have to actually fill the form INC1 with some fee and you have to register. You have to freeze that name, okay, on the domain of the company's list. Okay, so according to section 4.2, the name stated in the memorandum of association shall not be identical or resemble too nearly to the name of an existing company to be such that its use by the company 1 means first will constitute that it is used by the company number 1 will constitute an offense under the act for the time being in force, or second is desirable in the opinion is undesirable in the opinion of central government. Now, if Lakshya Raj wants to open a company with the name Al Qaeda, so can you open that? Lakshya Raj, Lakshya, can you open the name the company with the name Al Qaeda?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
not Al Qaeda. Can you open the company with the name Congress Party of India, because you are a leader? I want to open a company with the name Congress Party of India
I
Limited.
can open, sir. मैं तो खोल दूंगा सर.
बेटा तेरे को खोलने नहीं देंगे कोई.
ऐसे कैसे सर? देखते हैं कौन आता है.
बेटा ये लॉ आ जाएगा, लॉ, एंड इट विल बी इलीगल.
किस बात का लॉ सर? किस बात का लॉ है ये?
ये लिखा हुआ है ना, विल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट एन ऑफेंस एंड सेकेंडली इट इज अनडिजायरेबल इन द ओपिनियन ऑफ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट विल थिंक यार अब एक तो संभल नहीं रही कांग्रेस पार्टी है, दूसरी और कौन सी की लिमिटेड कंपनी आ गई. मोदी
तो
जी
सर
घबरा जाएंगे.
मेरा काम कुछ और होगा ना, नाम सेम रहेगा बस.
काम कुछ भी करो, नाम वैसा ही होना चाहिए जैसा कि डिजायर्ड है. ठीक है, तो ये ध्यान रखना. So registrar may reserve the name for a period of 60 days. For example, if these two conditions are fulfilled, that if the name is not identical or not near to the existing company or other institution, and it is not at all constituting any offense under the law, and it is not undesirable in the opinion of central government, that name will be reserved for 60 days from the date of the application. So first step is the application for the availability of name with the name with which you are going to open a company. When we open an email account also, then also we have to search that the same name should not be there, otherwise there will be mess in the emails. In the same way, there should not be any confusion. For formation of the company, we have to first search for the name applicability. Okay. Second is preparation of memorandum and articles of association. So memorandum of association is a charter of the company, and it is a document which is amongst other things defines the area within which the company can operate. So it actually determines the area of operation, or you can say the scope of the company is determined with the help of this memorandum of association. The first step in the formation of company is to prepare a document which is called MOA, memorandum of association. In fact, memorandum is one of the most essential prerequisites of formation of a company, because memorandum tells you that what will be the name of the company, how much capital will be invested, where the company will situate, situation clause, and what the company will actually do. What is the purpose of the formation of the company itself? Who are the people who are behind the company? Where will be the registered office of the company? So this is a document, is a principal document which actually determines the scope of the company where the company will be working. So this is what it is. So as per section 256, memorandum means memorandum of association of a company as originally framed or altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company law or of this act. Okay, so this is a principal document which is formed in order to determine the scope of the company, right, is called memorandum of association. So section 4 of the act prescribes a particular to be mentioned in the memorandum of association. Okay, and these all particulars in the memorandum of association actually is a part of our other class, so we will be discussing it over there. So what are the contents of the memorandum of association? This, in short, we can say this is it comprises of name clause, situation clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause, and F in case of 1% company, that is the nomination clause in case of death or incapacity, who will be the person. So normally it comprises of 6 clauses. Another one clause is subscription clause, which is common to all. That is that who are the people who have joined hands together in order to subscribe to the memorandum of association. Okay, so this was, so the details of each and every clause is given. We will discuss it in detail when I will be teaching you the memorandum and the articles of association of a company, right? So again, the articles are also there, right? So this is, so second step is to prepare the memorandum and articles of association of the company. What was the first step? First step was to determine the name and to freeze the name of the company. Second is to prepare the memorandum and articles of the company. Now third point is to file the documents. So section 7(1) says that the following documents and information for the registration shall be filed with the registrar of companies whose jurisdiction the registered office of the company is proposed to be situated. So what are the documents? Document number 1 is memorandum and articles of association duly signed. It states that the memorandum articles of the company duly signed by all the subscribers to the memorandum in such a manner as may be prescribed. Second is declaration from a professional. Professional can be a company secretary, chartered accountant. So it states that a declaration of the prescribed firm by an advocate, chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary in practice who is engaged in formation of the company, and by a person named in the articles as a director, manager or secretary of the company, that all the requirements of this act and the rules made thereunder in respect of registration and matter precedent or incidental thereto have been complied with, and this declaration is to be given in form number INC 8. So here comes the role of the professional, because previously what used to happen, this clause was not there in 1956 Act. This has been newly inserted in 2013. Actually it was there, but it was not mandatory, but now it is mandatory that you have to take the consent, or you have to these professionals who are associated with you must give a declaration that everything is in line with the law. Now third is affidavit from the subscriber of the memorandum. So section 7(1)(c) states that an affidavit from each subscriber to the memorandum and from the person named as the first directors, if any, in the articles, that he is not convicted of any offense in connection with the promotion, formation or management of any company, or that he has not been duly found guilty of any fraud, misfeasance or any breach of duty to the company under this act, or any previous company law during the preceding 5 years. So his record must be clear for 5 years, then only a person can become a promoter of the company. A person who is not having a clear record is not allowed to form a company. Even if a person has done a small offense, which is a criminal offense, आपने किसी को थप्पड़ भी मार दिया और अगले ने जाके रिपोर्ट लिखा दी, then also you will not be able to subscribe to the memorandum. You cannot be a director of the company. You cannot be a promoter of the company for next 5 years. So this is very important clause, and most of the people, especially netas, they cannot form a company just because of this, because they keep on doing such type of things. So registrar for registration of the company contain information that is correct and complete and true in the best knowledge and belief in form number INC. So what registrar will do? Registrar for the registration of the company, he will just form that everything is good to his knowledge and belief, and he will put a signature in form number INC 9. Then the address for the correspondence till the registered office is established is to be given. So under section 12, a company shall on and from the 15th day of its incorporation and all the times thereafter have a registered office capable of receiving and acknowledging all the communication, notices and as may be addressed to it. The company can furnish to the registrar verification of the registered office within 30 days of the incorporation in manner prescribed as per Rule 25(1), Companies Incorporation Rules 2014. Verification of registered office has to be done under Form INC 22. So the registered office must be there with the company after within 15th day of its incorporation. It has to either you have to give the or details of the registered office at the time of incorporation, or otherwise within 15 day you have to fill the Form INC 22 with the registrar of the company that we have this registered office present and we will be operating from this, and this office will be capable of receiving and acknowledging all the communications from the ROC or any other place. Next is particular about the subscribers. I have already told you about the subscribers have to give their particulars, and one of the most important thing is that their proof of identity, you can say Aadhaar card and all that, is to be given. One most important thing is director's identification number. So a person who wants to be a promoter of the company has to get the director's identification number, and he has to give this director identification number along with this form. And if you want to apply, so section 711G states that a particulars of the interest of a persons mentioned in the articles as the first directors of the company in other firms or body corporates along with their consent to act as a director of the company in such a form as manner. So this is a form number DIR1. So all those promoters who want to be the directors of the company, they have to fill form number DIR12, giving a consent that we actually are ready to act as a director of this company which is being formed. Now I have already told you company is having a distinct entity. So distinct entity means it has to take permission from others. So it has to take consent from others. So the directors are giving consent to the ROC that they will be the directors of the company. So they will be actually directing the company's affairs for the future for earning the profits. Next is your power of attorney. So with a view to fulfill the various formalities that are required for the incorporation of the company, promoters may appoint an attorney, empowering him to carry out the instruction requirements stipulated by the registrar. This requires an execution of power of attorney on non-judicial stamp paper of a value prescribed in the respective state stamp laws. पहले ये जो फॉर्म हुआ करता था, it was of 10 rupees. So 10 rupees stamp on 10 rupees stamp paper of 10 rupees, the power of attorney was given to a person. Even I had received a power of attorney sometimes in order to act on the behalf of the company for certain companies, that I will be empowered to do all the things which otherwise a director is able to do for the purpose of incorporation of the company. So that power of attorney is signed and it is given in the favor of one of the attorneys, or professionals are mostly employed for this purpose. So next is the issue of incorporation or from the registrar of the company, which is the conclusive evidence. So section 2 states that registrar on the basis of all the documents and information filed under subsection 1 shall register all the documents and information in the register and issue a certificate of incorporation in a prescribed form to effect the proposed company is incorporated under the act. So seeing all these things, registrar of companies under section 7.2, the formalities are given under section 7.1. So all the formalities under section 7.1 are to be complied, and under section 7.2 the registrar of company will issue a certificate of registration in a prescribed format to the company, and which is the conclusive evidence of formation of the company. A certificate of incorporation given by registrar in respect of any association shall be the conclusive evidence that all the requirements of the act have been complied with, and in respect of registration and matters precedent and incidental thereto, and that the association is a company authorized to be registered and duly registered under the act. So this is all about the incorporation of a company, which we have covered today. So I hope you are able to understand the process in detail, which I have told you regarding the incorporation of the companies. So if you have any doubt, you can please ask me. I think that things are very, very crystal clear. And another thing is that not only for OPC 1% company, you have to form a detailed presentation on incorporation of a company itself. What we have discussed just now. इसको एक detailed form में let me just see how creatively you do it in one in a systematic way. I need one presentation from your part also. That how will you present or what? Just imagine you want to open your dream company. Okay, so I'm just writing it here. Imagine you are going to open your dream company. Explain in detail the steps you will take for the steps you will take, the forms you will fill, and the fee you will arrange for the corporation of a company. ये लीजिए. ओके, थोड़ा सा गलत हो गया, वापस लिखूं क्या इसको? इमेजिनरी सी open DREA dream. Fine. Okay, so this is also one of the things which you may do. Okay, so this will actually clear your doubts about the formation of the company, where you have to go, how you have to file. Everything is filed online these days. So you can even just download the forms from the site of MCA, right? So there is a site www.mca.gov.in. Okay, so this is a site for all the companies matters. Okay, so you can visit this site also, and just you will get to know how the things happen, what are on this site. So there should be a practical exposure to the subject too. So this will give you good practical exposure also, and rest we will be discussing in our next class. If you have any doubts, any queries about it, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me just take the attendance once again. Aditya, so don't raise your hands. Don't raise your hands. Do not raise your hands. It will actually create a disturbance for me in taking the names. Lower your hand now. Lower your hand. Priyanshi, lower. Priyanshi, lower your hand. Yeah. So Astha, Abhigyan, Aditya, Ankit, Anshul Goswami, Arpan Mishra, Ashutosh Maharshi,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Bohra, Ritik Bhardwaj, Ishpreet Singh,
Present, sir.
Karan Agarwal, Kushal Agarwal, Lakshya, Meghna Priya, Naman Jalan, Chandlani, Neha Singh Rathore, Priyam, Priyanshi, Raghav Dubey, Sabhabh Garg, Samriddhi, Sanya, Sarvansh, Shahid Chauhan,
Present, sir.
Shreya, Shubham Singh, Tushar Khandelwal, Vanshika, Vatsal, Yash Chaudhary, and Yashvardhan Tiwari. So these are present.
Sir, Shara Khan.
Sir, you didn't say my name also. Jamima.
Jamima, I have announced your name.
I didn't hear.
mine.
No problem. You are there. You are there. I acknowledge that. Fine.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Fine. So all the best and have a nice day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.